Today I'm going to show you how much money you can realistically make as a new solo or small Roblox developer. So I joined Roblox in 2011, but I've been developing for just a full year now in Roblox. And honestly, for like 8 of those months, I was busy with school and other stuff. So anyways, here's the 3 games that I've made. This first one is Paint or Die. I made this last summer. This is the first game I've ever made, and it pretty much flopped. It had like 20K visits. It was a pretty cool concept, but I just had no idea why certain things work on the platform and why things don't. So yeah, it's completely dead now. The next game I made, which is actually pretty successful, was Brain Rot Tag, and I mean it's literally what you think it is. It's just tag, but with brain rots, and it's like infected. So this game did pretty well. I made this over Christmas break, so I took like a 4 month break after making Paint or Die, and I had made this with a friend, so we were 50-50 on it. But got like 1.5 million visits, and somehow still gets players to this day, even though we haven't updated in like 3 months. The final game that I made was Grow Bamboo for Pandas. So I took like another 4 month break and waited till spring break to make this game. I made this entire game in like 1 week. I worked for like 16 hours a day for that week. But yeah, this was just a copy of a core loop that someone else had made, but I just did it with pandas and bamboo. I think the original was like beanstalk for brain rots or something. There's 575K visits, and right now kids are in school because it's like 12, 13, and most of my demographic is US and UK. But during the weekends or even like after school, it get up to like 200, 250. I know when I started out developing, I found these videos like motivational or just kind of cool to see how much developers make. So per usual, this video isn't going to be to brag, but kind of just gives you a better idea of how much some of these games on this platform are making, especially since like a lot of people would consider these games slop, even though, they work on the platform. So these are like the benchmarks. This kind of like tells you how good your game could be. It doesn't necessarily correlate to how many CCU or how much you'll earn, but these are some of like the core metrics. And obviously, there's not a lot of players, so these benchmarks have gone down. But in its prime, all of these were easily 90th percentile. If we go to overview, you'll see it still makes like 5K in the last 3 days. So it's not bad, but the game's definitely dead. And then this is the date range. I already preset this, so this is like when the game came out. So it's made 920K Robux since coming out, which is like pretty good. Most of it comes from developer products, like technically comes from passes as well, but I'm going to show what passes and what developer products sold the most as well. So we'll do that. The top one was definitely 500 coins, like by far. Made 200,000 Robux off of this. We decided to set our prices extremely cheap just to boost like payer conversion rate. But honestly, during the peak of the game, we probably could have doubled all these prices and people still would have been buying them. But yeah, 500 coins was by far our best product. And then a couple of the trolls did really well, like Nuke All literally just kills all the players. And I don't know who's buying this for 199 Robux, but we still made 80K Robux off of that. And, we made a lot off of Ragdoll and freezing people as well. So developer products did really well in this game. There's only a couple actual passes, and the rest of these things should have been developer products, but we just had no idea what we were doing. So VIP is like technically, this is like one of the 3 actual passes. So this was for doubling your coins, and you could have a couple cool exclusive skins, and you could access regions like some people couldn't. But yeah, so that made like 78K. We made 443 off of game passes. Unlock All literally gave people access to every single brain rot in the game, which we added this like a month or two after this came out, after we came out with the game. So this is honestly pretty impressive. And the rest of these were exclusive packs, which gave you like an aura, gave you a brain rot, and 500 coins. So honestly, you could have bundled all these exclusive packs into one developer product, in which case it definitely would have been our best product. Oh, and then there's creator rewards too. I forgot about that. So this is basically like premium payouts or how much you get for people just playing your game straight up. So we made 351K off of that. And its prime is making like 9K in a single day. This is when we had, I think our peak CCU was like 450 or something. So this was definitely during that time. Because obviously, like for the last 2 months, it's only been 30 CCU or whatever. Plus 351. Okay, and then we can go into the Grow Bamboo for Pandas. So these are the benchmarks for this game. It should be set to daily. These stats are all pretty decent. Like day 7 retention isn't very good because there's not much longevity in the game, but anyways, those are the benchmarks. So let's go into monetization. So in the last 72 hours, which the game's still definitely doing well. Like it's honestly almost in its prime. So makes 38K in the last 72 hours. Again, mostly developer products, but still some private servers and passes as well. This game has made 331K or for its whole lifetime. And we can go into the specific products. So this game is similar to like a lot of those other brain rot games you have where you go claim it in some way and then you put it back in your base. But instead of brain rots, we just made panda models because thought it was more fun. So obviously the best products was stealing people's pandas because when you first join the game, you can steal people's secret panda or divine panda, which are like the best ones. We had a random secret, which is just like fully gambling. It's the same thing as buying a lucky block and opening it. And then we had a starter pack, which we definitely pushed a lot for new players, so I'm not surprised that did as well. And there's some other like just absolutely horrendous developer products. Like these don't even need to be in the game, but we were basically just copying the original. So we made like 100K off of passes. It's not the same it says in the overview tab, I don't think, but that's because this is more up to date. So yeah, VIP was our top one. And creator rewards, the last 90 days made 105K. Somehow we're getting new audience expansion. I don't know how it's possible, but yeah, so 106K off of creator rewards. Start adding these. So plus 106K plus 331. So plus 331. So 1708. So 1708 is the same thing as like 1708 and then 1000. So that means my games have made 6,500 USD, which is pretty good considering the first game I made took like 3 months and I learned a lot from it, but I definitely like lost money on that game. And then the next two games I made, we basically made both of them in a week or two and managed to make this much money off of them. So yeah, it's pretty crazy how much you can make as like a small Roblox developer or solo, or maybe you have like one partner that you work with. A lot of people like to think of Roblox as like some untapped method, but honestly, it takes so much skill and you have to know the platform so well in order to start seeing any type of success. I think a lot of people think that their first game is going to do really well, and if you enjoy playing Roblox and you enjoy making games, then you can definitely get a lot out of it.